43 stopping the vehicle Central and 40th Place. 13L30 is behind the unit.
Sit back and relax. Your group therapy session has started. Welcome to Alone and Unsupervised.
Hey everyone, welcome to session 5. I'm here. So, our last session we talked a little bit about after the camera went off, what ended up happening is kind of delving into other deployment related stuff where we kind of talked about how superstitions and traditions sometimes affect deployment and things. So we actually wanted to introduce some of the things that we experienced over the years with that.
Like a show and tell, if you will.
A show and tell, if you will.
Yes.
So I'll give you the floor first.
Okay. So this is Ella the elephant. And on my first deployment, I got her in a care package from, it was school children that put together care packages for troops. And I got Ella, and she came with a beautifully written little note / letter from, I think it was a second grader. And, but she immediately went in my med bag. And every deployment, every training op, everything, she has been with me. And so to now fast forward to my life now, my wife and I are foster parents. And, you know, we take in kids that have horrible stories, horrible lives. Every situation is different. Everyone breaks your heart. But our first placement was 2 6-day-old twin babies and their 9-year-old brother. Now, mind you, we have been licensed for 2 to 3 days at this point. And my wife and I don't have any biological children of our own. Now, since then, we have found out that my wife is pregnant, and, you know, we are going to have a super off. But to further tell a story, you know, we had those kids with us, and it came time for them to go home. And Ella, or those kids left. And, you know, sad, cried, we hugged, and then it was time to put the room back together, you know, and get it ready for the next kid that needed to come to our house, you know. For all that help. And, well, I had let the 9-year-old borrow Ella because she got me through some pretty hard times, so I thought she could help him get through some pretty hard times, you know? Yeah, and, but when they left a couple days later, I went back in the room to kind of put it back together, and I couldn't find Ella, and I was freaking out because I thought that he had taken her. And I, you know, had to convince myself, well, hey, it's okay. You needed her more than I do. It's time for, you know, me to break ties with my stuffed elephant. And I found her under the bed, and I was super happy. And I say all that just to say that I can't wait to pass Ella to my friend. And yeah, but I've had Ella for 11 years now. Yeah. And like I said, every deployment, every training op, everywhere I went with my med bag, Ella went. And now that I'm thinking about it, I should have done a photo op with Ella everywhere I went, but I didn't. Yeah. Hindsight's 2020, right?
Yeah.
Maybe
Ella can come on a ride along with us one day.
Oh, dude, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's Ella, guys.
All right. So mine, it makes me feel old and thing. So I don't have anything like as cute as Ella. But what I do have is I have my Superman sheet. So I got my Superman sheet before, or before my first Iraq deployment. And it's the same kind of thing. I think it was in a care package or something. But Superman, I don't know, it got me through the first deployment. And there's a few other things that I carried with me. Maybe talk about. Yeah. The Superman here. People used to give me so much crap for my Superman. But I didn't care. Because after the first deployment, which ended up a very long deployment, that's another story. But the Superman sheets pretty much have been a tradition now. Anytime I deploy, anytime I go anywhere like that, my sheets come with. Yeah. And these things have been lost so many times.
They look pretty faded.
They are pretty, like even the actual cells are apart.
Yeah.
But I will likely never really play because the sad truth is these sheets are probably older than most people who utilize social media. They like to talk. If you think about it, these sheets are.
What year was your first deployment?
2005.
Dude, those sheets are older than most of the people we work with.
That is definitely true. But no matter what, it's always been like my little safety net. Oh, there's off.
Oh, dude.
Right? Yeah. They've been my safety net. And I've taken everywhere. Things have been in Iraq. There's nothing.
Yeah.
Even when I was my last deployment, we were based out of Qatar. Mm-hmm. And we made constant trips to like Iraq, Syria, things like that. But where we stayed at the embassy, I mean, they had the rooms were fully furnished. They had sheets, they had everything like that. I knew that, but still, in the bottom of every bag was sheets. Because even if I wasn't sleeping on them, they went with me.
Yeah.
Again, they kind of became my protector, and I stayed with that. If before I retired somehow, and then
so that's military stuff. Do you have anything cop related that you carry with you, or you have in your car or something?
I don't know if there's anything that I necessarily have. I mean, obviously, I have pieces of equipment and stuff that I've had since day one. A prime example, I don't know if you've noticed, and hopefully the bosses won't get mad at me because you won't really notice it. You're trying hard to. But my very first key ring on my duty belt, I still carry that on duty still today. Again, I kind of realize that.
Yeah.
But like our leather is the dole. But every agency I've worked at before, the leather was the shiny. So where it's positioned, you can't really tell. But yeah, so I pretty much.
To be honest, I've never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I pretty much had that little key holder day one.
Yeah. One thing for me, there's a couple different things that I carry with me. Some of them are in my uniform, but one of them I wear it with me every time I leave my house. It's a St. Michael pennant, and the story behind this was whenever I graduated the police academy, one of our instructors, he worked for an agency, and he was hired from one. He did something like 23 to 25 years at an agency. He said that when he graduated, someone gave it to him, his wife, some family member, right? And he said he wore it every day on duty. And he was religious, and he said that he thinks in his mind that had a part of helping him get home every day. And so what he did was he bought a giant pack of them off Amazon, and before we graduated, we had the last day in class, and then the next day was graduation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as we were leaving to leave the building, he was standing there handing these out to everyone. You know, and there's some people that, you know, maybe threw theirs away, didn't like them, didn't wear it, they have it in their shadow box or whatever. You know, me, I wear mine every day. It's on its third chain now, same pennant, third chain, and it's nasty, it's grimy, it's sweat covered. You can, you know, like disgusting. Um, but yeah, if I can't find this or I don't know where it's at, I'm honestly probably calling it the because there's no like I've worked every day with this around my neck, and I've been in some pretty hairy situations where maybe I shouldn't be. And I don't know, you know, but by the grace of God, I'm still here. You know, and for those of you that don't know, Saint Michael is the patron saint.
So I didn't really think about it until you started talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
So I have worn these dog tags since basic training. This very same pair.
Mm-hmm.
Like years ago, the Army came out with new ones that have like your DOD ID number on there.
Instead of your social.
Yeah, I don't wear those.
Yeah.
If I have to, I'll carry them with me. But I've worn these.
Mm-hmm. And
literally, it just became habit. And over the course of the last, I don't know, 20, 23 years, there's maybe 6 times I've taken them off.
Mm-hmm.
And of that 6 times,
they've
only been off for no more than an hour.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. I mean, I don't necessarily attribute it to superstition or anything like that. It's just one of those things.
I get comfort.
Yeah, I mean, out of habit, I've worn them.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, listening to you kind of talk about that, I was thinking to myself, wow, you know, when April comes and I finally do retire, I mean, I don't, but you know, what's it going to take something off that's been hanging around 20 plus years?
Yeah. That's some heavy stuff.
Like, wow, it just like blows my mind.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, seriously, it's pretty heavy. One thing that I carry in the breast pocket is the St. Michael coin. It's some challenge coins coming out like that plastic protector thing. My coin has been so at my last agency we didn't have breast pockets because we had like the outer vest. It sat in my right pants pocket, but the outer protector was so like scratched and scuffed and dented and chipped that you can't even see what the coin says. But when I graduated the police academy, my oldest brother was at that graduation. And when I walked, and brother,
so, I mean, I don't have it here with me, it's in the other room, but one of the things I did carry with me too, it wasn't all, but just before I went to Iraq, for but I was working in at 2.4 seconds. And what ended up happening was like Friday, it was like Thursday, Friday, work. And the bosses came through and they were like, hey, so I don't know if you are aware of it or not. I mean, this is back pre-surge, like, but they said there was a young Marine who was from nearby in Iraq. And for some reason or another, like the Marine Corps couldn't get people here in time. So remains came in, and they ended up setting this coffin up in the gym of the high school that we graduated from. And they were looking for volunteers to go stand by with the remains. And no, the other one. So, we ended up doing the visitation, and we ended up again staying with the remains. And I remember because I felt like,
Absolutely.
and so it was very difficult, like during the visitation, because you see, I mean, this is a small, pretty much everybody showed up.
Yeah.
I mean, again,
and there's some old timers.
I remember I'm trying to again maintain my military bearing.
Yeah.
But I remember, like, I would just keep finding myself doing. The family was lined up. All these people coming through, and like the strength that they showed the entire time. And I'm just like, wow, like that's incredible. So as the visitation ends, people are starting to clear out, and all of a sudden I just hear these like rapid footsteps. And next thing I know, I'm just like getting hugged, and it was some of the family members. And again, they were kind of putting stuff, putting everything aside to be there for the community. But then next thing I know, they're like thanking us for everything that we're doing. Like, like how do you respond to that? So, needless to say, like I said, I spent the majority of the night. And unlike during the visitation, we're not just posted there. We have we're able to. And they had these tables set up with pictures and graduation, all these. And I kept thinking to myself, this kid walked across that very stage, graduated. Yeah. And
that's heavy.
This is, I I already know I'm going to Iraq at this point. And I think I'm probably within a couple of months of going. And I'm just, so that had a huge impact on me before I deployed. So fast forward, I spent quite a bit of time in Iraq. And between Iraq and Afghanistan, I was only back, I think 9 months. I was literally only back long enough to go to the academy. So I went to the academy, and a friend from a new unit is basically like, hey, just so you know, we went ahead and put you on the battle roster so you can go with us to Afghanistan. And I'm like, okay. So obviously, I was still kind of in combat mode the entire time anyway.
Yeah.
But at one point, I think we were at Fort McCoy. No, we weren't at Fort McCoy. We were at Camp Shelby, Mississippi.
Okay.
And by this point, I think it had obviously been a couple of years because I was in Iraq. It had been a couple of years. So, yeah. And so something made me reach out to them. But, what it really was, they had organized like a run, an annual run walk event.
In his name?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I reached out to the family, and I was really bummed because obviously I was down in Mississippi and I couldn't be there for it.
Right, yeah.
So I wanted to reach out and say, hey, do you guys mind? And so it ended up, we ended up as a company It was voluntary, but I think pretty much everybody went. As a company, we did that 5K.
That's all.
And the family was kind of obviously a little bit tough. It wasn't just like a cold out of nowhere. Hey, I wanted to go. I explained who I was.
Mm-hmm.
And one of his sisters I kept in touch with while I was in the they started. I wasn't trying to get care
They had
packages.
a sponsor family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to get like care packages. I just wanted to do something nice for him
He was
because,
being genuine.
again, he impacted me, and I actually had a bracelet made for him. Kind of like, yeah.
These are memorial bands, and it's big in military culture, and it's big in first responder.
So I carried that with me like the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
I was in Iraq. I had that on. And part of me, I wanted to like give it to the family when I got back.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things that they sent me, and it came from his mom, but it was this, I forget what they're called, this little card, the religious card.
Mm-hmm.
But that ended up going on with me from the moment I got it, every mission.
Like a daily devotional? Or?
No, it was like one of those religious cards. A lot of they'll have like one.
I think I know what you're talking about.
One may have like I'm not sure, but I carry it with me.
Yeah,
it's from the family.
Yeah.
And so I came back from Afghanistan, and the family showed up for the welcome home. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm just like
that's crazy.
I'm just like, oh my god. Like,
yeah.
How do you respond?
Yeah, for sure.
But they showed up. It just meant a lot.
Yeah.
But from every deployment on,
Mm-hmm.
I've carried that with me.
Wow.
Hard.
So, whenever, I think it was our session previous to this, we were talking, kind of got off the line, and we're talking about like history and stuff like that, where we're going down the game with Watchmen and Hawaii and stuff. So, World War II has always been my most favorite part of history, right? Where America really came together and the entire country for doing this. Well, I come from a very military heavy family, and everybody in my family besides the recent generation have joined the military in some aspect, right? Mm-hmm. Well, my grandpa Ray, he was an electrician's mate or an EM. I can't remember what ship he was on, but after my grandma passed away, we just, we had to do something with her stuff, so me and my brother were down in the basement just kind of rifling through stuff, and I found what is now my most prized possession. It will mean nothing to anybody else but me. It is, have you ever seen the little breast pocket Bibles that have the metal front that say Shabbos protect you from harm?
I haven't. No, I've heard of them.
You know what I'm talking about? So mine, so the whole story behind it is it had a thick, not really thick, but a metal cover on it, and you would put it in your breast pocket over your heart. Shall a bullet hit it, hopefully it will protect you from harm, right? Like the word of God will save you. Well, mine was, it was my grandpa Ray's. It was from his mother, and it's dated 1942. But yeah, I have it in 6 Ziploc bags in my safe, and it is my most prized possession. But it's crazy, thinking about things that we carry with us every single day, and thinking that I have something that my grandfather possibly carried with him every single day in a war. But back then, you didn't come home till the war was over. You know, it's not like, hey, I'm gone for a year. I'm gone. You know, for us, it's 6 months. For you, it's
Technically, it was about a year.
at least a year, but it could be more, right?
Oh, yeah.
Ours was always at least 6 months, but it could always be more, you know. But like his mom gave that to him, and he carried it with him every single day until the war was over. And that was 1942. The war didn't end until 1945. You know,
Yeah.
it's just crazy.
Well, and I got to thinking about what you were talking about, the Arizona, and how divers go down there every so often.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I had heard too is for the remaining survivors that are left, was that
the last remaining survivors is passed.
okay. Well, but what they were doing was, if they choose, they would actually take their ashes down to the Arizona to put them with their buddies.
Yeah.
And I always thought that was cool.
Yeah.
So it's just like it's weird how. And again, people kind of look at superstitions differently, but it's kind of weird to have it for you develop over time.
Well,
with this.
Well, and working with me, you've noticed that I'm a creature of habit.
Oh, yes, you are.
But I'm serious, man. Like it really messes with me if things don't go the way that I planned them in my head. Like it really messes with me. You know. Now, I'm not so big into this one. I mean, I am, but it's not like. But I'm using the keyboard. I really believe that the call gods will hear that, you know, and man, this guy loves to throw it out like a candy in the freaking parade. Whoo! Man. There's guys at my last agency that would throw that out, and like they knew that Peyton Distance. Like they knew.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's just one of those things. I mean, sometimes I do it just to get a reaction out of you.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do it. That's a reaction. But,
Well, yeah.
Or sometimes I'll obviously tell them I'll throw down the keyword and related to the city. Unhappy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those things. But we develop these, and again, maybe it's just that mental protection measure. Maybe it's just one of those things that I mean,
maybe we're psychotic.
It adds comfort.
Yeah. Oh, for sure, 100%.
So, I mean, one of the things I would ask our fans, let us know maybe superstitions you have, traditions you have, things that you carry with you. I would definitely be interested to hear and hopefully.
Yeah.
What do we think?
Oh, yeah. Also, if you're a sports fan, I want to hear some of your crazy things. Hey, because if it works, it's not crazy. You know what I mean? If you got, hey, I know guys that will watch a certain sports team with a certain pair of boxers on. You know, like, hey, listen, if it works, it's not crazy, right? You know, but like for me, I'm a huge Texas Longhorns fan, and if I'm watching a Longhorns game, everybody in my house, man, woman, child, that's in my family, you're wearing a Longhorns gear. You have to. Yeah, you have to.
So you hate your family?
Oh, I hate
Why is that?
my wife. I bought her a Longhorn. She got the Longhorn emblem, and it's burnt orange and white, which is the colors, and it says, "I married into this." And that's her shirt that she wears when we're watching the Longhorns play.
I have a funny feeling that we should probably get her more shirts that have to do with that same I married into this.
Like a special ANU podcast shirt.
Ooh, podcast shirts.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think about podcast shirts, podcast gear. I don't know if you've noticed or not, but Isaiah here has been sipping out of his Alone Unsupervised. He got one for himself, but I guess it's still good for himself.
You don't like coffee.
I will drink it sometimes, but you can drink anything out of a mug.
You can't drink anything out of a mug.
But also, as a reminder, before we do our safety brief, make sure you like, subscribe, follow, share videos out with other people who enjoy chaos.
And comment on them.
Yeah, comment.
Let us know what you're thinking. Also, we said it, and if it hasn't been posted yet, you'll see it in one of the new segments we're doing, unsupervised unboxings. Maybe if you're a productive member in the community that's really helping chat things up, liking, following, subscribing, maybe your name will get drawn for something cool.
Yeah, definitely. We just want participation. Like I said, we love what we do, and I guess it is that time.
The last one.
Oh, you're going to get me canceled.
Hey, listen, you're getting canceled. I'm getting canceled. That's what happens with 50-50.
All right.
Don't read it first. Go. Shoot from the hip.
If it starts with watch this, don't. Okay,
Yeah.
that was safe.
All right. As always, love you, bye.
Love you, bye.